Hey everybody, it's Mama Soul Doc, Maya Alapin. I'm not a medical doctor or a mental health care practitioner. Something that I hear a lot when people come in for their first call, for their discovery call, which is a consultation, is something along the lines of, it feels like something is broken inside of me. It feels like something is wrong with me because I've tried to quit, or I've tried to change, or I've tried therapy, or I've tried everything. Nothing seems to work, so it must be me. And I really feel horrible that people have that impression, and it's due to lack of education. So what I want to say about it is, the reason we have PTSD and trauma and anxiety and depression and our symptoms, and I'm not saying there's not some medical reasons for some of those, which is not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the trauma-driven responses. Why we have them is because our subconscious mind absorbed some response to something that was happening to us at some point in our life, whether it's childhood, when we're teenagers, or when we're adults. It doesn't matter when. And then the subconscious mind protects that information and holds on to it so that the same thing doesn't happen again. So it keeps on giving you that same reminder. Hey, that was scary. Hey, that was horrible. Hey, don't go towards that. Hey, maybe this is that. And it starts to confuse what's actually a trigger and what's actually something to pay attention to. So the subconscious mind is doing that because it's working correctly. If it was broken, it would not respond at all. And then you would be kind of ignorant and stuck. So the problem is really that the subconscious starts to go on overdrive, or it starts to be too aggressive in its protection mechanisms. And that's not being broken. That's just a lack of information, a lack of the subconscious knowing, hey, I'm out of bounds, so to speak, or this is not, the correct stimuli to be responding to. So it's not that something is broken. It's that we haven't yet reached the part of you that knows how to rewire and how to reconfigure that response. And so then a lot of people say, well, I've been to therapy and I've been to EMDR and I've been to everything else. And I just want to emphatically say there's nothing wrong with any of that stuff. I've used it all and it all has a place. But one reason sometimes that doesn't work is because it relies on consciousness. It relies on your conscious communication. But your problem is subconscious, right? So it's not that you're broken. It's not that you're not doing it right. It's that the method is addressing a conscious level of your symptom where your problem is stored in a different place than that, in the subconscious. And so that, of course, is why I love working with the hypnosis, because it bypasses that whole conscious level, which is not really going to give us the change we're looking for. I'm not saying it doesn't work for some people or in some ways. I'm saying it doesn't actually necessarily penetrate to the part of the human self and the soul. Of course, that's the company name that I use, Soulsway. The part of your soul that's holding on to whatever it is, that's the part that is able to heal you. So you're not broken because talk therapy doesn't work. You're merely human, and your body is saying, that's not the part of me where the problem is. So I think there's just a general lack of knowledge about the way neurology and the mind is organized. And so sometimes you feel like, well, I've already done everything. But what you've really done is everything that has a protocol or everything that has a symptom cure. But that's not necessarily looking with your telescope at the location of yourself where the problem began, which is the subconscious mind. So the only thing missing really is a different approach where you get to the part of you where the problem is stored. And I don't know how else to do that than using a trance or hypnosis, because that's the same brain state that you absorb the problem in, so you can get rid of it in that same brain state. So you're not broken. Your subconscious is working just fine. It's just that it lacks knowledge and education about what you want it to do. By the way, it doesn't care about quality of life. It just cares about survival. So it's not looking at you thinking like, oh, I could help her to feel better. It's just looking at you like, oh, she's alive. Oh, she's alive with her addiction. It doesn't care about that. You care about that because you're more than that. Does that make sense? If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask. And please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. This is Mama Soul Doc in Montreal, Quebec.